Yo, hey guys, hi, what's up? It's me, Nathan. Anyway, it looks weird. That's what I get for playing on console, by the way. I deserve this for playing on console. Oh, hold up, I might need to go turn off the TV a little bit. Oops, I mean turn down. Sometimes the game just butchers itself, and like, when it loads, it's like, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, ew, look at this, ew. Okay, actually, it doesn't look that bad, but yeah. Anyway, sometimes the game butchers itself. Like this, it looks all weird. By the way, on your guys' end, it doesn't look as bad, probably, but on my end, it looks a little, weird. Anyway, here I am playing Mario Bros. 2, the last levels on... Oh my god, Hey, I mean, as long as it's playable, am I right? Anyway. Also, this is what I get for not playing emulation. Like, as cool as emulating is, I don't have a PC, so, I can't really do it good. And, like, enough for content. Anyway. Hey guys, hi, what's up? It's me, Nathan. I'm back after, like, 2 months of nothing. Anyway, you guys ever just feel old, really? Because, right, every so, like, once in a while, I just feel older. I'm turning 20, by the way. But yeah, everyone's always like, oh, like, you're so young. But I'm like, man, I feel old. I'm an unk, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, Like, ew, I'm gonna be unk. Ew. And yeah, I even have people calling me unk who are younger, but yeah, whatever. Spam unk in the comments, by the way, if you guys want. But yeah, I've just been feeling a lot older recently, it's like, it's starting to hit me. It's like, oh my god, I do not know why it does that. Anyway, this is what I deserve for playing on actual console, is sometimes the graphical errors are a little weird sometimes, but they'll show up occasionally, right? Like I was saying a minute ago, if it's playable, it's playable. Anyway. So yeah, being, like, older, like, it feels a lot weirder. Also, wasn't there supposed to be, like, bricks there? Or whatever. Oh, you're right, I'm mistaken for this part, right? My bad. But yeah, being older, it just feels, like, very weird because, you are, like, oh my god, like, like, I'm getting older. And, but yeah, also, I don't know if you guys can see it, but look in the corner, when Mario jumps, right, a few, like, things for him jump too, right? Like, you guys are seeing that, right? Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, feeling older is what you get. Anyway, every copy of Mario All-Stars is personalized. This is what I get. Sorry, I'm a little rusty and I kinda got distracted, but yeah. Being older just feels weird. He slipped. But yeah, it just makes me, like, be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be, like, 30 before I know it. And, like, one day I'm just gonna stop playing Mario 64, and in 10 years, like, later, after one day, it's gonna be like, oh, hey, I've played Mario 64 for the first time in, like, forever, right, Meanwhile, I'll be, like, moving on in life. Anyway, I should not be getting that star. Okay, so yeah, now I know for this one. Also, I would reset, but this is the best I can make it look. I tried resetting a few times. Anyway. So yeah. I was thinking, right, might as well go do some, commentary while I play Mario All-Stars for you guys. I was thinking about screen recording me playing a ROM hack, right, but I'm like, I don't need a ROM hack, okay, and I got the real thing, but also I don't want to screen record from my phone because, why not? I think the level volumes will be a little weird out in the game, and my mic, because I'll probably be doing media plus microphone, probably, or, because, right, like, I don't want to dub it over it, right, because, like, I'm not, like, a professional YouTuber who, like, makes, like, videos, or, like, proper videos, Anyway, I'm sorry that it's been like 2 months since my last upload. I've just been busier, Typically during the summer I do get a lot busier. Anyway, I first came over, oh boy, fun. But yeah, during the summer I get a lot busier, so yeah. I've also learned a lot. The older I get, the more I learn, right? And, like, it's it's like, oh my god, like, it's kind of like each day I become a better person, like, you know, like, a little bit more. You know, I don't know who's gonna be watching this, but, if you're a kid, I recommend plugging your ears for, like, the next few seconds. I don't know. Yeah, again, I recommend it because, you know, if you're a kid and you're listening to this, you don't want to be hearing this probably, but, anyway. Right, here's your warning, but, anyway, so yeah, I've been trying not to smoke as much weed as much. Which I'd say I'm doing pretty well on doing, you know, I'm declining it. Anyway, you can uncover your ears now if you want. Yeah. Yeah, don't be talking about that in front of kids, right? If there is a kid listening, right? Anyway. But yeah, I've been hanging out with my friends a little bit more, you know, we try and make but yeah, we try and make it so, like, every, like, a little while we just hang, right? Sometimes it's less than a week later, sometimes it's a week or two later, I don't know. Really anywhere, really, but yeah, a lot of time we just hang out at the homie's house, right? Because, you know, he has his own place, and I'm, like, really proud of him, by the way, for that. I don't know if I tell him that enough, but yeah. I'm really proud of him for having his own place, but, yeah, anyway. So we just go to homie's house, right? And, just chill out, play games, you know? And sometimes we watch YouTube. It just depends, really, what we're... Oh my god, this level looks atrocious with the glitches. Okay, by the way, if someone knows what this is and why my cartridge is doing this, can you guys please let me know? Because I don't want it, so like every single time I turn on my console, right, it does this, right? I don't know if it will, but, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I probably just got some dust on my... on my, on my cartridge or like my console for not using it. But I haven't been gaming as much, like I've also been doing a lot more, so you know, you guys probably don't see, but I feel like the best I've been in a while, you know, right? But at the same time, I've also been struggling internally, you know, as one does, right? You know, in 2026, right, you know? Especially if you're young, right, you'll always be struggling. Anyway, I don't have a job, because, you know, I haven't dropped off in like a year, but to be fair, 2026 has been pretty interesting so far for me, so, you know, and my family, so... And like me wondering, oh, hey, like, what family? Well, the family I live in, you know, because, you know, I'm just some guy's son at the end of the day, right? And, you know, I'm in his house. And yeah, again, I'm some person's, like, son, too. Some woman's son also, you know, right? And just be like, oh, hey, like, I'm living in her house also, but yeah. But at the end of the day, that's what I am. I'm just a person who is young and can't move out on their own because they're stuck in a place that doesn't want us to succeed. Anyway, on a lighter note, I've been trying to, like, be more better for myself, so, you know, I've not been trying not to be as angry as much anymore, which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, like, I'll do it, like, I'll do it if I need to be, but, like, I'm not gonna, like, expose, like, if someone's being, like, shitty, but, you know. Alright, I got it. Hey, Bowser, you'll be toasting lava. Here comes Toad. Oh boy. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. I know, I'm a terrible Toad. I know. Anyway, World 2, yippee. So yeah, I'm feeling older, but at the same time I feel more mature than I ever was. Like, you know, especially these last, like, few months in particular. 2026 has been the year for learning for me a lot more. Alright? Like, I've learned a lot in this year, and I've experienced a lot, you know, right? Heck, I may have overstimulated myself a lot, but hey, that happens, you know? Overstimulation happens a lot with me, so yeah, you know? But, I just thought I'd talk a little bit while I play some video games, oh boy. my dad's girlfriend asked me what I'm gonna be like, you know, like doing for my video, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play some video games, you know. I don't know why she had to ask me, but you know, she's not even a gamer. I don't know. But yeah, I guess she's just interested in what the content was about. But yeah, I got nothing in my life to gossip about really or share. Yeah, I don't want to already, so you know. Or I should gossip about, so you know. Because you know, one's life is one's life, right? And yeah, again, if that person wants to share about it, they can, but you know, I'm choosing not to for now. But yeah, I've been a lot busier. Which is weird, because how can you be busy without a job? I know, right? Very contradicting, but yeah. Just family stuff, friend stuff, right? It's all over the place, you know, right? Anyway, it's been a month. It's been 2 months since, I uploaded, so, shout out to my friends. My one friend's born in June, so happy late birthday, I guess, to you. And, my other is born in July, so I probably won't upload for a bit, so anyway. Happy birthday to you, bro, because, you know, your birthday is in, like, what day is it today? And, oh, I don't, oh my god, I almost ran after a poison mushroom, jeez, I was so unfocused. Okay, it is the 12th, so yeah, happy birthday in, like, 6 days. Maybe, like, 7, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I'm just gonna trampoline over this, because why not? Yeah. You know, so, something funny happened recently, right? So, okay, I was in, Edmonton, as one does, right, you know, to hang out and visit people. Well, I want to go up there, but I don't want to, like, skip, like, I don't know if it's a vibe for skipping or not. Anyway, as I was saying, right, I was in Edmonton, as one does, right, visit people, shop, you know, right? You know, Alberta kid, right, who was going to someplace bigger. Anyway, so yeah, we went to a movie, right? And yeah, unrelated, but yeah. Went to a movie. It was Minions. It was okay. But Trey Parker was in it, right? And he did the Cartman voice, which I found very funny as a villain. Like yeah, he was being Cartman the entire time, voice-wise. I'm like, oh, I hear Cartman. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so yeah. Funny story, right? I went to Edmonton, and, this was, last month, you know, right? Anyway, so I was in Edmonton, right? For the last month and the start of this month. When, right, I was actually outside Edmonton, but yeah, I went to the city for a little bit with the family, you know, right? And, yeah. And that way, it was the day of the Edmonton show for A$AP Rocky, right? But like, I didn't have money, so it was kind of funny, because, you know, I'm not even from Edmonton, and yeah, here I am. And then the same day A$AP Rocky has his concert, and yeah, I went in and I didn't even go to A$AP Rocky because I had money. But what's funny is right after I got money when I came back. So that's interesting. I was camping for like 10 days or something like that. I don't know, 10 days. Anyway, I know I'm a little rusty and my gameplay is getting bad. Also, just because you're a YouTuber doesn't mean you gotta be good at the video game, right? You know, right? Or you can just be okay at the video game, but yeah. I've been chilling, and yeah, it's just been like really weird, you know? But let's just say, right, when you're with your friends, right, and like you're chilling, right, it's a lot easier to walk with friends, right, around town than say like say like you're alone, right, or like with no one, right. Even if you're family, it's a lot easier if like you're walking with your family around town because you know you have someone to walk with, right, and you know it just makes it easier. But yeah, we've been doing that a lot more. I ripped a pair of jeans. So yeah, I I ripped a pair of jeans on accident, so oops, my bad. So now I have hangout / camping jeans, really, right? Because, growing up I was told, hey, the rougher the clothes look, the rougher or older the clothes are, the more worn down they are, the most likely they become camping clothes, or, hang out with their friends at the house clothes, right? So anyway, so yeah, so the one friend was away because he left for a little bit, right? But now he's back. Anyway, totally unrelated, but yeah, so me and my friend, whose house I actually go to a lot when we hang out at. So yeah, we were going to, okay, I need to, kick you. Alright. They were going to do what, you do, right? Which is, where is it? It's somewhere around here, isn't it? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, anyway, so me and my friend, right, we were chilling, right? And, well yeah, what happened, right, was that we were, oh, come on Mario, come on. Mario, come on, please, buddy, please, I need you. Oh, made it, okay. Anyway, so me and my friend were going around town, right, one day. As one does, right, when you're having fun, right, with your friends, right, want to go around town and stuff. And, well, yeah. We were waiting for this one coworker of his to get off shift, right, because, we wanted to, do something, right, with him. So, yeah, we played a little bit, so, we waited, right, because we were outside just, chilling, right. And, well, yeah. This coworker is a guy I know, he's pretty cool. But anyway, the thing was, right, I ended up having to climb this fence here, right? Just because, there's a fence. And, well, yeah, the fence, right, it was weird because, right, I had to jump the fence because we said, hey, why not? Hey, why not? It's been a while since I've done it, And, well, yeah, I actually ripped my pants without knowing it because, you're calling the barbed wire, right? Anyway, I wasn't doing, anything, illegal per se. I was just, we're just going around local track field, right? Because, track and field, right, happens, right? And yeah, we have a track field just because why not? Anyway, I'm about to die. Yep, there we go. I think I scrolled the screen a little too far, so, it happens. But yeah, anyway. So back to the story. So yeah, I was going there, right, because we were just chilling for a walk, right? And, well, yeah. So yeah, I went there and, yeah, ripped my pants. I felt like SpongeBob in the episode Rip Pants, where, it was just embarrassing when you figured it out. But yeah, I figured out my pants are ripped when... And then, yeah, I took a look at my pants, I'm like, oh crap, they're ripped, And yeah, I was very upset. Okay, so, what am I supposed to take a look at it? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do it. So yeah, I ended up doing that. Mario, why aren't you doing it, Mario? Okay, something tells me I'm supposed to, but yeah, I ended up ripping my pants. And, they were a fairly decent pair of jeans, also, right? Because, white kid, right, gotta wear jeans, right, how it be, right? But yeah. Oh yeah, I've also been more into wearing jeans recently, too, because why not? But yeah, I ended up doing that. And, yeah, I was super embarrassed when I found out that they were ripped, because, I didn't... The funny thing was I didn't know they were ripped, right, because I was just chilling, and I'm like, oh... And then later, right, we go back to his crib, right, and, we're like, oh my god. Well, yeah, I just noticed, oh my god, my pants are ripped, I'm like, great. I'm not happy, but, I survived. I was afraid my dad was gonna whoop my butt for my pants, because, they were a fairly decent pair of pants, right? There has to be, there has to be a second block. Where's the other block at, bro? There has to be a second block. I'm not tripping. There's gotta be. Casually tripping, by the way. Okay. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing, so, yeah. I don't want to play Lost Levels anymore. Let's just go to original. Okay, so yeah, I'm tired of Lost Levels. Anyway. So yeah, I ended up just ripping my pants, and it was, really weird. Because, right, like, I probably walked around a little bit with ripped pants. It's like, oh my god, like, I didn't know they ripped. Until, like, after. So, it was, like, really funny that they ripped and I was walking around town in them and stuff, right? As, like, one does, right? Because, you don't know your pants are ripped. And it's like, oh my god. I was walking around with my pants ripped all the time. And, yeah, so my dad picks me up in the morning, right? And he finds out and he's, like, all ticked off because, perfectly good pants, right? And they're ripped. And, yeah, I'm like, oh, sorry, Dad, I ripped my pants, I'm sorry. So I spent the rest of the day in those ripped pants, and I still own them somewhere, but I don't wear them out ever. Because, literally ripped pants, you can see my underwear through the pants. So yeah, that's a funny story that happened to me. I don't think I told that one yet. Also, I don't know if it's me, but, like, time has just seemed to be getting faster and faster, right? Like, a month feels like it's going by, like, super quick, and it's like, oh no. Another month gone by, great. And anyway, we've been getting the heat waves, right? So we've been getting those, a lot more, because, yeah, here in Canada during the summer, you're gonna get heat. That's the thing about Canada, is like, you're in the summer, you get the heat, right? And the rain occasionally. But a lot of times it's the heat, right? And then when you're and then when it's like winter, you end up getting the, but yeah, winter comes in again, the, like, extreme cold, right? And, yeah, I've been wearing pants around, because, I don't have any shorts. And, yeah, my friend was like, oh my god, why are you wearing, like, pants? And I'm like, sweats, and I'm like, well, I don't care, like, I'll be alright. And, yeah, they're probably just, like, looking out for me, because, family does that, but yeah. It was kind of funny that they were so concerned over me not wearing shorts, but I don't have any that fit, so, Guess I have to go, short shopping. Also, my throat is absolute 8 crap right now. Oops, shit. Anyway, so yeah. Sorry if I sound really bad compared to last video. But hey, it happens after a night out with friends, right? You end up doing a lot of stupid stuff, right? You have your friends, always make bad decisions or two, and yeah. I was thinking about escaping town and just, making it in life, right? Because right now I'm not progressing really. Anyway, but yeah. 2 years out of school, no job, and I don't want to go, like, uni or college, because number one, I don't want to put my parents in debt, but number two, it's just not, like, my thing to be, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Anyway, so yeah, I've been trying not to be as angry, and I think it works a lot more than it used to. Oh yeah, you guys may wonder, oh, hey, why did the Fire Flower turn you into a small Mario? It's just a thing it does sometimes. Anyway, I have a lot of Mario games, so yeah, if I ever get a PC and I just like faces and start dubbing, you guys know I'm gonna get professional if I get a PC, right? It's good to have to game on right now. Because, well, yeah, all I'm missing is a PC for being professional, really, because, and a job, I guess, but yeah, if I get a job and I have a PC, right, and I have a little cash, right, I can get, the Adobe stuff, right, Adobe software, and, well, yeah, which will be really crucial, and, I can also get, like, whatever, so yeah, the Adobe software would be nice to have. I know Photoshop is one, so I can create some, like, really bitchin', thumbnails for my videos by Photoshop, really. And, yeah, second of all, right, I can just edit my videos in Premiere, I think they use, right? I think it's Premiere they use for video editing, but yeah. I could be doing that, right? And, well, yeah, it'll be cool, I bet. But yeah, it means I'll also not be doing as much console. I'll probably be emulating, probably, because, you know, the easiest thing for YouTuber to do is emulate when they have, you know, the software and hardware to do it, you know, right? But I don't, so, you know. But yeah, trust me, guys, it will be coming one day where I will be emulating my stuff. Anyway, yeah, I thought, right, I'd just do this video just here to show you guys, oh, hey, I'm alive and well, you know, right? I'm just chilling around, you know, right? Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but since I've switched, right, from, Lost Levels to original, I've been doing a lot better gameplay-wise, you know? But it's because Lost Levels is hard as a motherfucker, you know, right? Anyway. By the way, you may be wondering, well, hey, why aren't you telling the kids to cover their ears for swears? Well, that's because a lot of kids either know swears or know they shouldn't be swearing, you know? So it's like one or the other, right? And I'm an adult, so I can do what I want, but yeah. So anyway, but yeah, you never know who's gonna be reviewing your content. Also, my friends are like, oh yeah, you should go play some more Xbox, which I agree, but... like, oh yeah, you should go Steam, you should go do computer gaming. I'm like, yeah, I will, if I had the money, you know, right? But also, they also say they also say Mario and Nintendo are kids genres. Not only kids are gonna be viewing my stuff, but whatever. You know, I just do it for me, and I'm most comfortable with Nintendo games anyway, so might as well just, you know, play them. If I was debating between this and, doing a, screen recording of me playing ROM hacks, I'm like, because, right, the thing with the ROM hacks, right, is that something means to run and jump for, right? And, it's hard to use your phone as a controller anyway, so, you know. Okay, it's not like I can plug my Super Nintendo controller into my phone, like, right? Like, I can't do it, because, you know, if I had the choice, I would, right, you know? Same thing with my, N64 controller, because, you know, I'd definitely be playing that for Mario 64 if I could. But yeah, again, I do not. And yeah, again, people are like, oh yeah, once you switch to PC, you'll be fine. Like, you know, it's hard to switch back, which, yeah, I agree, it would be hard to switch back, because, you know, I'd be so used to it. But yeah, I'm not doing PCs, you know, for now, because, you know, I need a good PC, a decent enough PC to do gaming on and videos, right? And I probably won't get that until after I have a job, which is fair. Also, I'd be able to, like, move around more and do a lot more things by a job, too. Oh, Bowser, you dog. Okay, so anyway, he got me. I've actually been chilling a lot more. Been chilling, you know, right? And, yeah. I've just been surviving, you know, right? But yeah, my voice is totally shot, so sorry about this recording if it sounds totally hoarse and bad. Let's just say, right, when you're staying up, like, a few nights, right, and, like, you're doing a bunch of dumb stuff and not taking care of yourself, it's gonna come out that way, right, you know, right? Oh, crap. I hit the brick while I was talking, I got distracted. Anyway. Also, I used to be good at gaming, it's just, you know, I've fallen off of gaming as much. More of a music guy now, but, like, you know, I don't want to be that guy to, like, you know, post someone's long lost album from, like, 40 years ago and then take all the credit, or not, or, like, you know, not, like, allow them to, like, get money, right, because I decide to post it, so, you know, I'd rather just, you know, but I am the guy bootleg if it's not on streaming, right, or if it's, like, region locked, I will bootleg the album, I will. Trust me, guys. I'm that kind of guy. Anyway, so yeah. Also, right, if I do ROM hacks, right, I'll probably be a lot better than ROM hacks anyway, because, you know, I can basically just, like, not be sued my ass off by Nintendo, you know, right? Oh yeah, plus being a PC, right, is that I can get an anything emulator, right? I can really emulate anything on PC, really, if you have a good enough PC. So yeah. Anyway, my friend was like, oh yeah, buy my PC off me, and I'm like, I'd rather not. I'd rather just start new, you know, right? Because, you know, why buy something someone else was using when you could just start new, right? You know? Have it for yourself. Unless it's gifted, right? Because, like, you know, if it's gifted, you have to, like, accept it, right? But, you know, but I'm not gonna be gifted, so yeah, you know, it's like, oh, I'm not gifting myself. But yeah, anyway, back to the old things. Even though I've been feeling older, I've been feeling a lot more alive recently, right? And let's just say unk allegations are happening a lot more, where, you know, my jokes aren't landing as much. I'm like, ooh. Or, you know, my autism just gets silly and I just say random stuff for fun and feel like, what the hell are you doing, man? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, if you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna do this quickly. Woohoo. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound that appetizing when it sounds like this, but yeah. Just why, and why not? I'm gonna be needing them for later, probably. Also, I don't know why it sounds like that. It's a weird sound. Anyway, I'm gonna wait until it reaches 100 seconds, and I'm gonna pull out and just move up the level. Maybe I'll do like 90. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I've been chilling. I've been busy, and I've just been trying to meet my person, you know. And, well, yeah. I've also just been surviving with my mental health and all, you know, right? Because, well, yeah. Don't know if you guys know this, because I don't think I mentioned it much, but, I actually have had depression since about 14 years old, so it's roughly been like 6 years. I'm now turning 20 this year, by the way, so it's been roughly 6 years. And, well, yeah, I've been trying to survive since 14 with depression. So yeah, maybe I'll be switching around a lot, like being like, oh yeah, I'm happy, but then the next thing I'm like, I'm not happy, you know, right? Because, like, you know, I'm chilling, right? Hell, it's either bipolar or I'm just depressed, I don't know. Well, I don't know, because, you know, I haven't been diagnosed with either one, but I just know I'm either bipolar or depressed or something, you know, but because, like, right, I can go from happy AF to, like, sad AF, and, like, I might have, like, seconds, or, like, even, like, a minute, or, like, whatever, you know, right? And then back again, so it makes me wonder if I'm bipolar, but I'm like, I'm probably just, I think it's just depression, to be honest, but, you never know for sure until a psychiatrist, like, you know, or, like, you know, something like that decides, like, oh, hey, like, I'm gonna diagnose you with depression. You know, psychiatrist, therapist, or even doctor, you know, right? Because I think doctors are allowed to diagnose you with depression or something, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, but I've been trying to keep myself as alive as I can, you know, right? Keep myself living. Also, yes, I know I'm not being at my potential or using my potential, but that's because, you know, I don't have a potential really in myself. Like, I don't have self-confidence enough to really fully endorse my potential, really. Anyway, plus it doesn't help when you're depressed and you know, don't believe in yourself at all. Which I think is, yeah, again, just self, you know, doubt and self-liking, right? But yeah, let's just say, right, when I'm, like, sad, I'm really freaking sad, and I can be a dick, but when I'm, but like, when I'm happy, I can be really prideful, just, like, depends, and I can really be bragging about, like, oh, hey, I did this cool thing today, right, you know? And that way, I don't know why, but I switch between the two a lot, and that way it just depends on the day, really, but I've been trying my best not to be as distraught, and I've just been, like, just let shit go, you know, right, like, yeah, again, even if I do have a problem, I'll just decide to let shit go, you know, right, because that's fair. Anyway, alright, I better get to doing that. Oh wow, it's a Koopa, wow, well, you know. Koopas and Goombas. If you don't watch the Super Mario Super Show, you'll turn into a Goomba. Yeah, sorry for the reference, I just, you know. You guys probably won't get it. See, that's why I'm an unk, guys, because, you know, I have so much stuff. And number one, I'm just an old soul, so, like, you know, stuff I enjoy, stuff I do, right? Even the games I play are a lot older. But yeah, people say I'm an old soul, but some people say I'm not. I don't know. I don't even know what old soul means, but I just kind of loosely toss around now because, you know, I feel like I'm older than the average person my age. Like I feel like I should be in my 40s with a kid by now or two, you know, right? And like a loving wife or like girlfriend or like whatever. I don't know, it depends. Depends if we marry or like whatever. But yeah, I feel like I should be that age, right? And then, you know, everyone's just in their party years. Like alright, sure, I want to party too. It's just, you know, I'm just not as popular as everybody yet, you know, or as popular as I should be, you know. But you know, I also don't go on my way and make myself like popular and talking to everyone, you know, right? So, you know, actually, I don't know if this is relatable to anybody, but if you're 18 or over, right, and you've been to a bar, right, tell me, have like you ever just been at the bar and just like go silent and while you drink, right? Because I've been that way, yeah. Also, for all you guys know, I could be drinking lemonade, for all you guys know, but like I know you guys have the impression of drinking lemonade, but you know, stupid Lakitu, Lakitu, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to call him, Lakitu, as some say. I go Lakitu or Lakitu depending on my day, but Lakitu is not what I ever say. My god, why that kind of rhyme? Anyway, here I am with the mushroom, but yeah. But yeah, like, sometimes I like the bar, or like, even if people like I know, right, like, I'll just be silent, right? And that way I'll just rest my head, you know? Be thinking what's on my mind, right? But also the bar is a lot noisier, so, you know, I do get a little, But yeah, and it just depends on the crowd, because sometimes I could be Mr. Donkey Talk all night, you know, right? But yeah. One time I'm just to myself, which people probably think I'm a weirdo for doing that, but trust me, if you guys like understand what I'm going through in my life, right, you know, you want to do the same too, not gonna lie, right? And well, yeah, like, yeah, again, I know I said that, like, oh yeah, I don't want to share my personal life, but yeah, trust me, in order for this to make any sense, it does, you know? And you need context at least to make some of this make sense. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna skip over this level by going to the roof. So yeah. So it's kind of fun, just living. Oh crap, I went too far, no. I went too far. Anyway, please don't be the one. Yes, okay. I'm still gonna take the warp, I don't even care. I was gonna care, but I'm like, I don't wanna like lose a life by waiting or forcing myself to wait, you know. Or like making myself quit the game as fast as I can. Just be like, oh, save and quit because, you know, I don't want to be doing that. I'm just a time waster. So anyway. But yeah, I feel like once I get a job, right, I'll be unstoppable, right? Once I get a job, right? Which, yeah, again, like, you know, I'm probably thinking, like, oh, hey, don't be so cocky, right? And like, you know, I do understand, like, being cocky, right? But I'm not being cocky, like, I'm being, like, dead-ass legit, man. Like, I dead-ass legit think that, like, I live low-key be unstoppable for job, because, you know, I can get, like, where I want, right? And maybe even start progressing in life a little bit instead of wasting my life for, like, till I'm, like, fucking 30 or something, you know, right? Because, you know, 30 years old, not doing anything. But yeah, also, I always feel like a social outcast, no matter, right, what people I'm with, right? So, you know, I think it's another reason why I just, like, stay quiet sometimes, you know, when I'm at bars, is because, like, you know, but, like, I'm also just trying to read people. Also, some people just start fucking staring at me, right? Like, the more I talk, right, the more people stare at me. Randomly, I don't get why they're staring at me, but, like, whatever, stare at me all you want, guys, but yeah. But some of them get mad, which to the point where like my friend has to tell them, you're looking at my homeboy a little weird. Why are you doing that? Like, you know, because they'll notice it, but I won't, I guess. I also heard that some people are just, you know, I have the autistic joy sometimes, right? But I heard some people just, don't handle it very well, and it's, you know. See, I'm probably thinking they're very confused, probably, by, you know, my autistic joy sometimes when I'm just having a good time, right, you know? Because, yeah, sometimes I have a good time, and I don't even need to be drunk or high to really get a good time, but, you know. Like, alright, yes, it certainly helps when you're out at the bar, right? Oh my god, I got him. Hey, let's go. See, anyway, but yeah, when you're out at the bar, it certainly helps to be a little more, high or drunk, but yeah, trust me, guys. It's not the way to go for everything, alright? Because getting high makes you paranoid, so I'm trying not to get as high. Yeah, and kids, but yeah. Also, even if you're a kid, like, blah blah blah, like, you know. You'll figure it out one day, but yeah, seriously, just don't listen to me, guys. I'm not a role model, guys. Like, I'm not Mr. Role Model. Like, alright, sure, I'll try and be a role model to most kids I like see, and alright, like, say, like, I see a kid, or, like, you know, I'm hanging out with family, right? Like, I'll try and be Mr. Role Model, but, you know, that's just what you do when you're with family, or with or, like, you know, hanging out with someone, right? That's, like, younger than you, like, say, like, there's, like, a cousin, or, like, your friend does, like, a little sibling, right? And, like, they're, like, forced to hang out with them, and it's like, oh, wow. But, yeah, I'll be Mr. Respectful, it's just, you know. But some days, man, I really want to be Mr. Asshole, you know, but I always force myself not to, you know, because, you know, why be Mr. Asshole when you could just be a Mr. like, holding it in and just, you know, let it out later. But yeah. Or, you know, Mr. trying to be nonchalant, really. Anyway, yeah, I know. I know. Oh, wow, you have ADHD. How are you nonchalant when you're always moving? Well, I don't know, I just try and be nonchalant, no, you know, right? Because, you know, I don't want to be the guy that to have issues with anyone, right? You know? But, like, yeah, again, if you're the same people who are gonna be, like, or, like, say, like, you're the same person who, like, you know, goes out of your way every single day to, like, fuck with me and make fun of me, right? And, like, you know, do some mind games, right? I will have an issue with you, but, you know. But, yeah, and, like, a lot of people aren't going out of their way every single day just to, like, make fun of me and, like, you know, but yeah. But yeah, it's like, you know, I just try and, like, you know, fit in, right? Fit in while trying to be as respectful as possible, but yeah, again, right? I'm not afraid to have some fun, though, you know? And, well, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, as I was saying earlier, I want to, like, escape my hometown, you know? And just move out to somewhere, because, you know, I don't think my hometown is the best environment for me anyway. And, well, yeah. You know, you want to be in the best environment if you can. Oh my god. These fire bars are giving me the creeps. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember Mario Maker 1, but, like, a while ago on Mario Maker 1, right? I know I'm old. But yeah, a while on Mario Maker 1, I wasn't able to play various levels, but I watch, you know, YouTube and stuff with people. And yeah, a while ago on Mario Maker 1, there was this level where, like, it was, Mario Bros. No, Mario Maker 1. Not Mario Bros. 1, but Mario Maker, but yeah. Well, yeah, so anyway, on Mario Maker 1, you would have, there was a level from Mario Bros. 1 style, right, where it was a Kaizo level, I'm pretty sure is what they called them, Kaizo, right, where like, there was, the entire stage was fire bar, right, and, well, yeah, I feel old. But yeah, again, I'm also the same kid who would watch, like, Mario Bros. X videos. Yeah, I know. It sounds bad, but trust me. Search up Super Mario X, I think it's called Mario Bros. X, and well, yeah, just watch, it's pretty cool stuff. And, by the way, if I said the wrong thing, I'll fix them in the description, but yeah, just search it up and watch the videos, they're kinda entertaining. But as a kid, I was watching those, right, and yeah, it was fun because, right, I was always like, oh man, like, I wish I could play that on a PC, because, like, you know, I know it's PC, or, like, Or yeah, I also wished like oh man, I wish Nintendo supported like like Sega does with their fan games and stuff, and it's like damn. So I think they made like 1 or 2 Mario X's. Anyway, but yeah, if you guys played the game, let me know. Anyway, I also used to watch the boss fight videos for Koopa's Revenge 1 and 2, right? Because I don't know. I was a bored kid. I was a bored kid growing up, and YouTube was one of my things. So yeah, I'd watch random stuff. And right, I was watching Mr. Beast too, but 10 years ago he wasn't doing what he does now, and he seems like a better person. Like, actually no, he was pretty bad 10 years ago. He's ripping the N-word and all that. But yeah. I've been watching Mr. Beast off and on for 10 years. I don't watch him as much because, all this stuff that's been happening in the world and all the things I wasn't aware about 10 years ago, but yeah. But yeah, I was watching Mr. Beast blow up stuff in his microwave, so boy, because, like, he had this series, and you guys could probably go find it now, where, he would just microwave random stuff just to see what happened, right? And, like, he would get people to comment and stuff and, all that, right? I'm not gonna lie, before Mr. Beast was like, challenge this, challenge that, he was, kind of a cool YouTuber. Like, alright, his challenges are still cool to watch, but, it's just different, compared to, like, what he did back then, really. Because, this was the same Mr. Beast that counted to, like, 1,000 non-stop in, like, one live stream, right? I remember, hearing about that when I was, like, about, like, whenever that was posted. I remember hearing about it and, like, how it was popping off. I'm like, oh my god, that's kind of cool that he did an entire, like, video about that. Anyway, I've been wanting to be a YouTuber roughly since 14, and I've only started about 2020, so, like, dang, I've already been a YouTuber for, like, 4 years. That's crazy. Actually, no, that's a lie. I wanted to be a YouTuber since... Oh, I actually went down the pipe. Okay, I did not plan for that, but anyway. Why am I in the water level, bro? What? Like, what is this? Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, I wanted to be a YouTuber since about 10 years ago, right? Because, yeah, for like at least the last 10 years I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I'm happy I get to do it now, but But yeah, I was playing Twilight Princess with my friend, right? I was playing Zelda Twilight Princess, because, we used to bond over that, like, 10 years ago. And, but yeah, right? Because, sick-ass game, right? And, the Wii U version dropped, right? I think it was somewhere between 2016 and 2018, right? When the Wii U version dropped, and we just played that. And, around the time my childhood house flooded, right? Which is, interesting, right? So around the time the childhood house flooded, so I had to stay at a hotel in town where I'm at, right? So yeah. My basement flooded, right? Blah blah blah. Insurance paid for us to stay at this hotel, so we did. And well, yeah, we just chill, go for a swim. And honestly, my favorite part about staying at a hotel for like a few months was that, like when I was going to school, right? Like I'd wake up, right, and then I'd have breakfast, right? Because they have this like breakfast thing, right? Where like they'd have breakfast in the morning, right? So wake up, have breakfast in the morning, and then blah blah blah, go eat my cereal, right? Go eat some cereal, like whatever they had for breakfast that day, and yeah, I eat it, and I go to school. And it was pretty darn awesome. Yeah, I do admit, I had a pretty decent childhood, not gonna lie, but yeah, I've also been through a lot over the years. But yeah, for the remainder of the part, if you take away all the bad stuff and like, all the stuff that's not good, you really get a lot of a decent childhood. It's pretty awesome. Or like, dang, I can't believe you did that. Or like, dang, I can't believe you got to do that, right? As a kid, right? Sure, my parents weren't, like, doing the best job they can. They still don't do, like, the best job. But to be fair, they're living ones, too, I don't blame them. They're not, like, abusive or anything, but yeah. I do beef with my parents occasionally, but yeah, they're not, like, abusive or anything, but... Like, I do admit that, like, it has been a heck of a 10 years at least with my parents. And yes, I have gone bare with them, but yeah. But that was hard to take care of, kinda, you know, like, I was very much a child that needed to have maintenance and, you know, people with me and, like, you know, watching me and, you know, playing with me, but yeah. Wow, yeesh, I just realized skipping that world was probably the best thing that happened to me because look at this. But yeah, 10 years ago I was playing the Wii U a lot, right? Because, you know, my parents got the Wii U and it came with Zelda and, like, you know, all that. And I'm like, oh, cool, Zelda. And yeah, I was also playing a lot of Minecraft Wii U edition when that came out because, yeah, it was like a year or two after. I'm like, oh, cool, Minecraft. And yeah, I grew up on console Minecraft with the Athletic Steve. We all call him Black Steve, but, like, whatever. It was, you know... Anyway, yeah, Mojang still, I think Mojang still, regrets releasing that skin. Because, you know, people are like, oh my god, it's a re-stereotype, and I'm like, damn. Alright, people think it's a re-stereotype, like, for me, I was like, yo, this looks cool as hell, I'm gonna play as him as a kid, you know, right? Because, you know, why not, right? You have the legacy, skin pack of the console editions, right? And, wait, I haven't played much Minecraft since... I think it's right before the Never update, when they changed the Never. I haven't played much. I've been off and on since then, but yeah, I don't play it much. And boy, Minecraft has changed a lot when I do hop on, like it's like, wow, what do you mean by that? And, yeah. Also, Wii U version hasn't been updated, like, forever, so, you know. Like, I even have the option to update it past whatever... Past or before Never update, because, you know, it doesn't even go with that. But the Switch version does, so that's cool. But I also never really played the Switch version. Anyway, so yeah. That's interesting, right? Talking about my family stuff and all that. And, but yeah. I think I'm gonna end the video after this level here, because why not? And, if I make it past the level, I don't even know. Not like I have, like, 90-something lives left to waste, but yeah, you know. Also, at this point, I'm just kind of playing, like, half-assed, you know, like, I'm not doing as good as I could. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I had a pretty decent childhood, and if you guys want some stories, I have stories I can tell. Some of them were pretty interesting, some of them were just convenient, like, you know. So like, haha, it's funny, you know, right? And, well, yeah. If you guys want some of that stuff, let me know, and, well, yeah, I'll be sure to, like, post it if you guys want. But I just thought, hey, might as well make a story time and just talk about random stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun with today's video. I'm sorry if I've been all over the place with the camera. Just been 2 months since I've actually, you know, filmed, right? So, you know, which is totally fair. Anyway, I'm kind of getting tired, so, yeah, I don't want to be recording for much longer anyway. Anyway, have a good time, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video, or if you guys pay attention to my Instagram, which, yeah, again, I'll have that linked in the description, but, like, yeah, my Instagram handle in the description. So, yeah, but yeah, if you guys have it, I will. But go follow the Instagram, say you're from YouTube, right, or I'll be like, oh, I'm a big fan, and yeah. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one, and yeah, go follow the Instagram if you want more active stuff. I post on my stories some funny stuff sometimes. Sometimes it's, just interesting to learn about, and sometimes it's just, haha, I found this funny. Or, damn, I relate to this, like, a lot. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys on the flip side, and yeah. Don't be afraid to be you, don't be afraid to nerd out, and yeah. Bye, everybody.